Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Knowledge. While some of you may know, all those packs that Logan Paul had up for auction for his first edition Shadowless base set booster box have all sold as of February 11th, 2021. And we're going to talk about this video, all the prices that the packs that we do know of sold for, the entire dollar amount of that booster box, the decision on his behalf. But more importantly, we'll also talk about, will it matter to you? And is this something we should expect to see more of in the future? Or if this is just more of a one-off type dollar amount. As this video progresses, in the background, you'll see each one of the individual lots, and you'll see the actual dollar amount that that pack sold for. Now, I don't want you to get too thrown off because I know that on Golden Auctions, it started at lot 12, so I don't want you to think that lot 12 meant we're going to start looking at the 12th pack that's sold, because lot 1 through 11 was just random sports cards. Like number 4 was a Michael Jordan rookie card, so I don't want you to look at the lot number and think that corresponds to pack number. That's just the auction number. So in total on Golden Auctions, Logan Paul put up 24 packs for sale. And obviously in a booster box, there's 36 packs. So that leaves 12 remaining packs. The remaining packs were divided two ways: in individual auctions that just involved cryptocurrency. And the way they determined the price was just on the average of, like, I want to say it was either the top 3 or the top 5 highest packs that sold on Golden Auction. They took the average of those auctions to create the dollar amount that the people who paid with cryptocurrency paid. Now, the remaining packs, I want to guess that either Logan Paul is, sold them directly to his friends, or he's going to keep some from himself. I don't believe that all 12 packs were sold in just cryptocurrency. Something real quick to note, that if you did win one of these Golden Auctions, you also won a special Logan Paul NFT. And if you're not familiar with what NFT is, it's just non-fungible token. And this was created by a company called Bondley. The only way to imagine it is, you understand, like, Bitcoin is the equivalent of online money. So it exists strictly in the blockchain. There is no physical asset like an actual dollar bill you could hold in your hand. Now imagine one of these NFTs like a Picasso painting, but that only exists in the blockchain. Yes, I will probably regret calling a Logan Paul NFT Pokemon card, compare it to a Picasso, but that's the best way to explain it. Like, fine artwork, but only exists in the blockchain. And this Logan Paul card is one of 44, but it's non-divisible. Like a Bitcoin, you could have one Bitcoin, but you could break it up into like 0.0000, like to the 8th of a decimal point. Now, this Logan Paul NFT is non-divisible, meaning that that one card or artwork or painting, however you want to imagine it, that it sits in the blockchain as this digital asset, it cannot be broken up. So you'll never have more than 144 of them. And yeah, I just wanted to let you know, because there is like a weird market out there for this type stuff. But this is a Pokemon channel. We're not diving into that. If you're curious about NFTs, like, you'll have to do your own research for that. So you'll see the pack prices rolling. There is, I think, 1 or 2 of the auctions, for whatever reason, is showing like 16 or 19 bids and sold for $0. That's not really true. That was just an error when I tried to get these photos from the auction site. So those will probably get skipped pretty quick. But on average, these packs sold for around $40K a piece. Yeah, there were some below, some much higher. But in total, if you do $40K a pack, this box sold for about $1.4 million. Yeah, you heard that number right. $1.4 million for a first edition Shadowless base set booster box. Is that dollar amount realistic in the long run? No. There's a lot of things that go into buying one of these packs. Like, you get tons of exposure. Logan Paul is going to give you a shout out. If you are a YouTuber, it's going to probably bring a lot of traffic to your channel, and all around it's more a marketing scheme for a lot of these people that bought these packs. And if you really break it down, you think about, okay, $40,000 for a pack. Well, what are my odds of pulling a hollow? Well, out of a booster box, you have 36 packs. 12 of those packs are going to contain a hollow. So that boils down to 1 out of every 3 cards has a hollow. If 12 packs in the booster box have hollows, there are 16 different hollows in, first edition base set. So you're going to have a chance to pull 12 of them. Obviously, you want to pull the big ones, which is Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur. Well, your chances of pulling a Charizard is 1 out of 16, but you only have 12 packs. So your average per box is about 0.8. That's what the chance of pulling it is. So it's less than 1%. So it's just less than 1% a pack. So it is a very big gamble for a lot of these guys. And really to make back, $40,000, you don't have a lot of options. Yeah, you pull the Charizard, you'll always be ahead. But, most of these first edition cards, and this is all assuming, right, they come back as PSA 10s, which brings us to another thing. If you do pull a PSA 10 for any of your hollows, you will get a special, express PSA submission, and it will have like a line on it that says this was part of a Logan Paul break. Now, this isn't new. CGC has already been doing this. But is that going to create a dollar amount to these cards? Yeah, probably. But again, the chances of pulling PSA 10s fresh from first edition booster boxes is very small. I'd say per pack on average, in my experience, you will see maybe 2 to 3 PSA 10s. Go back in time 4 or 5 years ago, you probably could pull all PSA 10s because PSA's grading a few years ago was much stricter. Far less stricter. So they were giving out 10s way more. They have tightened up a little bit as of recently. I think a lot of that has to do with the competition of the other graders. And, collectors are getting smarter and they're realizing, some of these older, especially like the 2 million number PSAs, maybe some of these 10s are not, really gem mint quality. Maybe they're sometimes way less, like a 9 or 8.5 or 8. Like it gets scary when you look at old PSA cards. But that's something to think about. Like all these cards are not going to grade 10s, even pack fresh. But I'm not going to really beat a dead horse too much. If you guys are familiar with the channel, you already know how I feel about this. I do believe that in the very near term, the market's going to explode. And hopefully by now you guys are prepared. If you're not prepared right now for this, I don't really know what you can do because Pokemon Day is February 27th. That's the day that Logan Paul will be opening all these. We will see a brand new influx of investors come back into the market, or potentially people that got back in at the beginning of the last wave, weren't able to find product, fell off. But anytime you get new investors, you get a lot of uneducated investors or uneducated collectors. And the problem with uneducated collectors and investors when it comes to Pokemon is they make poor financial decisions. So I hate to say it, if you're the one selling the cards, you're probably going to get a premium on your card. And it's nothing to like shit on new collectors or new investors. It's just they make poor decisions at first, and it has like this weird effect, like rolling a snowball down a hill almost to make like a giant boulder by the time it gets to the bottom. Like these poor investments a lot of these newer collectors do, it inadvertently creates like a new price point for a lot of cards. And that's why you'll see like big ups and then big downs for different cards. But what we are looking for as collectors and investors, we want that gradual increase of the prices of our cards. And, you always try to sell at the top of the market, but that's probably another video. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to kind of bring to your attention the prices that these cards sold for. The Logan Paul break is February 27th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Depending on where you are in the world or where you are in the country, you could figure out what time it equates to for you. Again, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. and it's going to be fun to watch. I know I'm going to tune in. Like, I tuned in for the last one, I'm going to tune in for this one, and I think it's a good thing for the hobby. I believe it's going to be tough to find product, even harder than it is now, and all the struggles we're facing, it's probably going to get worse. But like I said, and I've really tried to hammer down this point, sorry I sound like a broken record. Hopefully you guys are ready for this. Hopefully you've made some really smart decisions in the last couple weeks or couple months. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you've made it this far, you're the freaking best. Other than that, if you're new to this channel, please like, please subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.